Alrighty, howdy ho folks. Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Dread Delusion. The game where the secrets just get more and more enticing, I'm assuming. Anyways, last episode we finally made it to Ferropolis. After exploring a bit more of the countryside, got a bit more info, had a little soliloquy with the ghosty girl, who we kind of came to the realization they were the High Confessor's ghost. Fun stuff. This episode, we're exploring Ferropolis with this dude who's sniffing the air. You have the stink of the countryside about you. If I'm any judge, dangerous place. Well, citizen, you come to the right shop. Name's Jacksamir. I sell things that kill. Nice. Actually, this isn't where I need to be, or I'm interested in buying some weaponry. Actually, this isn't the place where I need to be. Yeah, I'm interested in buying some weaponry. You tap a large ledger on the counter. What do you need it for? I have to keep records, see in case the king comes knocking. I'm a farmer. I need it for my own protection. I'm a guard for one of the big roaming workshops. Murder, manslaughter, you know, crimes in general. Murder, manslaughter, you know, crimes in general. They give you the hairy eyeball. Always nice to have a bit of levity in here. Just tell me what to write, won't you? Let's say, well, he's got his fingers in the guard nonsense. So I'll say I'm a farmer. Own protection. I scribble in the ledger. I have a good few of you lot in here over the years. Not all of them come back. King bless and protect you, eh? I just need your name, occupation, and place of residence. You invent some plausible fake details. Something tells you it would be unwise to tell the truth. Jacksamir sniffs the air deeply. Aha! The farmer. You ain't dead. So I guess I didn't sell you a duff weapon. What can I do you for? Why do you have to keep all those records, or... You ever see a former Dark Star mercenary around here? Why do you have to keep all those records? Its Majesty understands that folks need protection sometimes. But with the saboteur creeping about, we can't be too careful. He could be secretly buying up weapons and building his own army, or smuggling them out of the apostatic union for coin. Truth be told, the saboteur needs weapons. I'm sure he can get them elsewhere. Still, rules are rules. Just glad I ain't having supply problems, like poor old Quarshi the clothier. For whatever reason, the king's churning out more weapons than we know what to do with. What else can I do for you? You ever see a former Dark Star mercenary around here? They raise their eyebrows at you, and consult their ledger. Setting Sun Company, Clockwork Lancers. Did you say Dark Star? No, I remember him. He's a Wainwright, not a sellsword. Sorry, if any Dark Star ever bought weapons here, they used a false identity. Hard to believe anyone would do something like that, I know. Maybe try Vedal, the Vision Trader. He fought in the God War as lad. And of all the merchants in town, it's him who deals the most often with outsiders. Is it supposed to be as a lad? Whatever. Occasionally hiccups when writing, yes. You know, it happens. I think I probably pointed out another one in this series at some point. What else can I do you for? Let's see what you've got for sale. Oh, Xanthosic Bomb. Enhance further through the mysteries of alchemy. The yellow powder in the flask will explode with considerable force when agitated or thrown. I wonder how fun a freaking just bomb run of this game is. Like, it's weird because, like, this game gives you a lot, and I mean a lot, of ways of playing it. And a lot of those ways are, like, aggressive and playstyle, like, fighting ways. Like the Great Sword, archery, summons, using the charm spell, bombs, throwable things like shurikens and stuff. There's a lot of fun ways to fight in this game. You don't need to fight in this game is the issue. It's not so much an issue, but you guys have probably noticed I barely fight a majority of enemies nowadays. Like, if I'm fighting enemies, I'm doing it to give myself breathing room, or I feel like I need them gone for whatever reason. Sometimes there's a boss. Rarely. Very rarely. So I don't feel the need to keep fighting. There's just so many fun, different ways to fight, though. It's upsetting. A weightless glove. A glove imbued with a gravity-defying gem that helps negate fatigue during combat. The damage penalty from attacking with low stamina is less severe when worn, as it makes a weapon feel light as a feather. Ammunition and shurikens. I'm going to buy this. Why? Because I can. And it looks like a unique item that only he'd have. You know, that's something I miss from Oblivion into, like Skyrim. Where, like, every shop had a unique specialty item that you'd feel like buying, basically. Even though it was super expensive. The shopkeeper appears very anxious and harried by many problems. No, and for the 6th time, no. We do not yet have any silk blubber coats in stock. I have petitioned, I am petitioning, I will petition. They look at you properly for the first time. Oh, King's Mercy. Forgive the impromptu grammar lesson, citizen. I mistook you for a regular. Everything's in such a whirl today. I am Quarshi, clothier and armorer of the citizens of Ferropolis. Right now, I've more orders than I can fill. If you want something that's not out of stock, see what you got for sale, or you ever see a former Darkstar mercenary? Why is there such demand? Why is there so much demand? A natural consequence of the accursed winter. Even the animals need fur coats. There doesn't seem to be enough fuel, and I've heard of people freezing to death in their houses. Yeah, that happens. I remember when I was in school or whatever, there was a story of someone freezing to death in the state or whatever. So, like, the entire state had to pass laws that it's like, hey, yeah, if some people can't afford or didn't pay their, like, heating bill, if it gets to a certain temperature, you still need to turn on the heating. Because, like, people can die here without heating going in their homes, basically. Just a very tragic kind of thing. But we'll just look at what the king sends me. They run various beautiful garments through their hands. Fine, diaphanous robes and lacy blouses, silk scarves and thin cotton pantaloons. Perfect summer wear. Maybe I could skin some furry animals for you? Are you joking? All the animals here are earmarked for agriculture and under the king's protection. And imports require a royal permit. Either way, if you dumped a pile of pelts on my counter, I'd have to call the militia. Is there anything else you need? Only I have a lot to get done today. You ever see a former Darkstar mercenary around here? Dark Stars? Good heavens, no. I've served barely any mercenaries since the border closed. Half my takings used to come from exports. Our weapons and equipment make the Unions look primitive, or so I'm told. Sure, rusty swords, yeah. Of course, that's probably why the Union became so belligerent. Couldn't have their own merchants being put out of business, could they? Its Majesty had no choice but to retaliate in kind. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tariffs and all that fun stuff. Perhaps you should speak to Baba Genia at the Squeaky Wheel. She gets all sorts coming through that tea house. Is there anything else you need? Well, you have a lot to get done today. Oh, what do you got for sale? Scruffy attire. Simple clothing for the apostatic Union. While such garments are unlikely to impress, they bear the undeniable charm of a hard-working laborer. Oh, heck yeah, man. Clockwork furnishings. Yeah, I'll grab it. This contract grants access to the Clockwork Kingdom furnishings when redecorating a property. It's signed by the owner of a Ferropolis shop who will provide the items. Note that redecorating any property usually costs a small fee. Cool. Yeah, let's get the scruffy attire and... Oh, right, I need to hit accept. Go. Did I buy the other, like, gauntlet thing? I actually bought... Yeah, I did. Okay. Just making sure, because, oh, I should have been wearing, like, my stuff that I use to actually barter and stuff. Whatever. I got money. Who cares? I'm rich. I mean, low-key rich. I don't know what constitutes rich in universe. Yeah, let's upgrade this. Modest attire. Finely woven garments that lend their wearer an air of respectability. The denizens of the apostatic union place a high value on appearances, so shopkeepers should look upon you more favorably. I've been wondering when we'd get the charm-based clothes. Resplendent attire. A splendid garment, woven in the latest Ryovian fashion. Someone with such exquisite taste is sure to be taken seriously. Like, it's what the description says, but honestly, it's just raising my regen. It's not even raising my charm. Just what else is what it is. Okay, let's see here. We got the fine stuff. I'm pretty certain I've got fine armor, but we have the rusty dagger. I think we got this, what, 2 episodes ago? Something like that? Steel dagger. Daggers are swift and subtle, and will do well in the hands of those who possess the same qualities. This one is ideal for sliding in the gaps in plate armor. Yeah, sure. Grab it. And fine dagger. Daggers are swift and subtle and will do well in the hands of those who possess the same qualities. This is a well-wrought example, aching to find its place between some unfortunate's ribs. Yeah. 10 damage. And Iberian dagger. Small though it is, any weapon from long-lost Iberia is a marvel. This one moves like lightning, the blade unerringly keen and accurate. Actually, let's equip dagger. I'm assuming its attack speed is... Yeah, it's pretty decent attack speed. Probably doesn't use as much stamina as the other weapons. Let's compare the stamina usage for that to this. No, it's the same stamina. Honestly, arguably, like, it hits a lot more, but the two-hander hits multiple enemies at once. Matter of preference. Basic swords, just basic, midpoint. Boy, no cutting the line, I was here first. I heard the saboteur submits hundreds of petitions every day, all in different names, telling the king to make more bootlaces, or wind-up dolls, or matching sets of teacups. That's why the summons are always such shite. Say the saboteur's got an old dungeon full of bonsai gods, scribbling away at it, chained and bound since they was only godlets. Okay, I'm curious. Interesting theory, anyway. Bonsai gods, huh? These summoning glitches have me at my wit's end. I've been the first one here every morning for 2 weeks running, even when it snows and there's still no bread. What's the king playing at? They shake their head. I'd love to get the bastard who maintains these a piece of my mind. What's this machine exactly? You're not from here, are you? This is a royal summoning station. It's how we common folk get most of our food and goods. Only I don't remember the last time I got what I asked for. What's the source of these glitches? And if I know, Guild says it's the saboteur making trouble. Last week I tried asking for a baguette, in case it made a difference. No chance. Got some kind of flute, made of actual jade. My neighbor says it's a clarinet. Jade clarinet sounds quite valuable, or how do you keep from going hungry? Honestly, I'm curious. Like, I know it's valuable. People would be willing to trade all this stuff for proper food right now. It's getting bad. How did you keep from going hungry? I tried to make the best of it, but if the guild catches you selling summoned goods, they'll flog you in the street. What do they expect us to do? I'd buy that clarinet from you. They snort, clearly skeptical. Very kind, but I already sold it. For pennies. Makes a nice toy for my mate's daughter, at least. We'd have Jade. Oh, proper and correct. Oh my gosh. Like, it's so... This area is giving such, like... post-World War I and post-World War II vibes from, like, the northern Euro-Asia countries. Like... Things like how Germany just printed off more money, so money became worthless and kids were using it as building blocks. It's like, yeah, we have this wonderful luxury. It's worthless. We need food. People are starving in the streets, kind of thing. Yeah, it's freaking astounding. Oh, can I crawl through here? Yeah. Nice. What we got? Ooh. It's a little potion. Okay. Cool. Let's pop that back on. Yeah, it's such a properly handled, like, it's with the snow and everything, it's given like Russian dystopia kind of vibes. I like it. You see an old beggar wrapped in rags against the cold. Pal? Excuse me, pal? You know where my house is? Sorry, did you ask me where your house is? The beggar looks confused. Like they didn't expect you to actually stop. I did. So sorry to bother a fine citizen such as yourself, but only I can't seem to find it anywhere. Don't you know where your own home is? You need to lay off the mushrooms, friend. Or don't you know where your own house is? You look abashed. King's truth, pal. I've no clue. I know I had one somewhere in the upper city. Just can't seem to recall any of the details. How do you know you had one, then? The beggar delves into the rags around their neck and produces an ornate key on a string, holding it up to their blackened fingernails like a talisman. Because I've got this. Let's go, but I can give you some coin. Couldn't you just try it on some doors? Oh, I tried plenty. Turns out nobody likes you doing that without asking first. And if you do ask first, nobody lets you. They all just thought I was mad. Now the militia knows my face, so it's tough for me to leave the conduits. At least it's warmer down here, where the steam pipes are. The beggar clings to the key like a childhood doll. Gotta be around here somewhere. Where did you get the key from? It's mine, I swear by the king. I've always had it. Had it in my pocket, and I remember, see, I remember my first night on the streets. Like a nightmare. I knew I'd had a house. Only the night before. I don't know shit about sleeping rough. Kept thinking tomorrow I'll surely find it. Tomorrow this will be over. Well, that was 2 years ago. They cling to the key like a childhood doll. Gotta be around here somewhere. I gotta go, but I can give you some coin. Oh no, don't bother yourself. All I need's to find my house. And I'll be grand. Get me old job back. Get back on my feet. You have 20 coin. Wait, but... Her eyes well up, torn between shame and gratitude. Thank you, pal. I promise when I find my house, I'll repay you double. Triple. I'll give you a bed whenever you need it. Or you a dram anytime. Don't worry about it, buddy. Something that's like just an easy way to winning me over is actually mad and homeless individuals in media. Oh, you guys got prosthetics. Nice. It feels like I'm in the Is it actually called the Clockwork Kingdom in Elder Scrolls? Anyways, Sotha Sil in Elder Scrolls lore figured out how Dwemer clockwork and pipework worked, and he just went all in on crafting stuff. Interesting. Huh. What's that now, my dear? Let me find my looking glass. Why is your face so small? She fishes amongst the charms dangling at her neck and produces a large glass lens. which has the disconcerting effect of magnifying her eye to an enormous size. Much better. Yes, you see? My dear, I must read your lips, for my ears cannot hear your words. Her one giant pupil dances back and forth like a fish in a bowl as she examines you. You seek alchemist aid, do you not? Eye of worm and hair of slug and all that. Last time I checked, slugs didn't have hair, but maybe an alchemist could find some. Whatever. I am Madame Lescroix. Lescroix? Yeah, let's go with Lescroix. And in the roiling mists of your future, I sense a most fruitful relationship for the both of us. My dear lass, my dear. If only I could bottle a happier fate for you still. Perhaps there's something I can do. Is this stuff legal? I notice you're not in the upper city. Must an art older than any kingdom answer to the transient dictates of mortals? I mean, a lot of places outlaw prostitution. So if we use that logic, yes. In my opinion, if you legalize and then like properly handle prostitution so it's safe for everyone involved, there'd be a lot less crime. That's my view. And I think the places that do have legal prostitution have showcased such. Any but. Who can say? But let us not talk of clauses and codicils. Codicils? Let us not talk of clauses, codicils, which do so befuddle my old mind. Think instead of your future and your heart. I sense a burning thirst for what I can supply, and a great fear of chains and fetters. I also sense a complicated relationship with our dearest king. Fellow, most fell, are the omens for you. Should you try to play the goody two-shoes? I don't need to be a goody two-shoes, I just need to keep moving forward, man. Whether that's fucking stepping on people or making the path for others, I don't care. Now, my dear, what more would you ask of me? See what you're brewing. Elixir spell cast. Proves the potency of spells. Spells draw energy from the neural connections of the user's mind in a poorly understood transference of power. This drink enhances spells by accelerating that process. Alrighty, Elixir of Restoration. Restores health and mana to maximum. That's, wow, only 8 coins for that. This legendary elixir has long been used by Wiccan cults, but is banned in the apothecaries of the Apostatic Union for its use of illegal ingredients. It probably uses like Death's Veil and stuff, but only 8 coins? Nice. Elixir of Luck, a concoction that makes the user slightly better at everything by boosting their attributes for a limited time. Used heavily by the criminal gangs of Slev, they call this elixir lucky, despite it being more than a magical stimuli. Health potion, mana potion, stamina potion, truth potion. Spells illusions and reveals the truth of things. Yep. Shielding potion. You don't have any? Why do you just not have any? Temporarily boosts the armor of an individual. This potion floods the bloodstream with a simple spell that can deflect attacks, although it deflects hugs and handshakes all the same. It's so funny. Just deflects another individual or like any stimuli from nearing you. That's freaking hilarious. I'm curious if you drank that potion and try to put on clothes if you could. The trader looks nervous, keeps one protective hand on their stall. King's blessed, citizen. Don't often see new faces down here, or have we met before? I've not much in stock just now, but if you got wee mouths to feed, Mabel and I can set something aside next time I do. What can you tell me about this place? You mean the conduits? Not posh, and it's far from pretty, but it's warm and it's cheap, and the militia don't bother us, so I suppose that makes it home. This wee bit here is what we call the bazaar. There's no summoning stations down here, and it's harder to invoke the king's magic. Some folks see that as a blessing, though. To the cogs, it seems to be out of sight, out of mind. How come you're down here and not up there? Is what you're doing illegal or something, or why do you keep spelling out words? How come you're down here and not up there? I used to have an SHOP in the upper city, till my license got revoked with no explanation. I meant to have broken a law, but its majesty didn't see fit to tell me which one. I petitioned 17 times for a new license. Every single petition got rejected. The reasons never made any sense. Eventually I gave up. Anyhow, it is what it is. Is what you're doing illegal or something? No one really knows. Some SALES are technically allowed as long as you follow certain rules. But they won't tell you the rules, and anyway, it's always changing. Other stuff is technically banned except for special cases. Only it seems that everything is a special case, because no one ever gets punished. When the machinists do arrest someone, they don't explain why. We just have to guess what they did wrong and try not to do the same thing. Anyhow, it is what it is. Why do you keep spelling out words? A lot of folk think you can escape the king's notice by avoiding certain words like BUY or COST. No idea if it works. But it can't hurt, so I don't SELL anything, I unpossess it. Don't get it twisted, mind. The machine is saying against commerce and making money. You've seen all those fancy shops up top, eh? You just hate anything that can't track and measure. That's how they stay in control. Anyways, it is what it is. Well, King's blessing to you. It's about right. It's about right. Hold up. Give me some potion. Ever tried to petition for a home in the upper city? Pointless. The king rejected me because my comedy score was too low. What does that even mean? I swear they just make up a number and pretend there's some wizardry behind it. That if you ask how to increase it, they say it's too complicated to explain. That's about right for keeping the oppressed oppressed. Oh wait, hold up. Those lockpicks, let's just pop that on and there we go. Conduits are beautiful in the rain, you know. All that water running down from the upper city, rivers and curtains of it, down the pipes and gutters, and cascading off all the odd bits of machinery. Yeah, I can imagine that actually. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe you'll get to see it too, if spring ever returns. Maybe. Alrighty, pop that back on. Need some ammunition. Keep on exploring. Yeah. Ooh. Ain't this nice? Is it nice? Nice one. Nah. I can just walk. Anything behind the waterfall? Nah, don't look at. Don't look like there's dang near anything here. Like, I don't blame them for not programming, like, swimming. That's an entire other thing, man. It really is. Like, I'm more amazed that we know we can get a skyship at some point. Needs a keyfer in there. And the fact that they were able to program, like, something like that moving while still in engine. What was up? Weapon! Weapon! Fuck are ya? You look at... We scroll... Oi! Weapon! Why are you shouting weapon? Looking to buy a weapon, are you? Why are you shouting weapon? I squint at you, unsure of your intentions. Weapon? Weapon's my pet. So called because he's a pure spanner like. Weapon, come here, you wee dauber. Okay, yeah. Just looking for his little pet. Cute. Lockpicking. Okay, to throw a knife. Alrighty. The twisting halls of back alleys. Very, very fitting for the setting. Oh. Collecting water? That's probably melting. This woman is guarding a bucket of water set down on the ground near the machinery. When she sees you, she tenses up. King's grace to you, citizen. Don't mind me. I've nothing worth stealing. Why are you hiding here with a bucket of water? Not hiding. I'm warming it, ain't I? These pipes run right into the machinarium. And here, look. She grabs your hand and holds it against the metal pipe for a few seconds. It's hot. Wouldn't it be right to refuse a gift from the king? Now would it? I'm just making sure nothing is wasted. That's fair. That's... Gosh. He really went heavy on the world building and setting, and I love it. It's just... Gosh dang, man. Like, yeah, a lot of other media does, like, hey, we're experiencing winter or whatever. Besides, like, just people bemoaning and possibly, like, showcasing a few extreme examples of we're experiencing a very long winter, we don't go beyond that. That person's trying to get bath water going, and she's using what she can around her to do such. That's good. That's awesome. Hey, what you guys got going on? This woman is scanning the notice board, murmuring under her breath as she reads, Doyle, Aziz, little girl, old woman, Chen, crypt. No. Nothing again. 5 bloody months. The woman is comforting her companion in a low, soft voice. There now, don't give up. You never know if someone might spot him. Why don't I take you down to the wheel, and we'll check again next week. Word to the wise, pal. Once you walk away from this board, forget everything you saw. The militia seem to be under orders to let people read freely, but they sure don't like us asking questions about it. What is this board? You really are new here, huh? This is the missing persons notice board. As you can see, there's no shortage of notices. A lot of people go missing in this kingdom. People and other things. Honestly, if you're not staying long, maybe you shouldn't read it at all. What you don't know can't hurt you, right? Knowledge is power and all that. The surface of the notice board is entirely lost beneath layer upon layer of paper. White half-melted candles shelter at its foot. A sign at the top reads, Missing Persons. Read one of the notices. One notice in particular catches your eye. It looks relatively new. It is written in a spidery hand. Dear child, I don't know why I am writing this. I don't know who you are. I don't even remember your name. I just know there is a hole in my life, and nothing fills it. You are real. Please come home. I want to feel right again. Oleg Igorovic. Something tugs at you about this strange notice. Maybe you should offer your help? The notice gives directions to a house on the northeast islet of Ferropolis, accessed via the city's rear gate. Read another notice. This notice is written on the back of a royal petition slip, seemingly by several different hands. Missing 2 months. Edith NG 71st. Retired plumber. Last seen visiting Horsey the clothier. Dark hair plus light brown skin. Foul of mouth and smokes like a chimney. Argues bitterly on any point at which she takes offense. And cannot by any means be reasoned with or pacified. Be much missed by her 3 children, 14 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, and 7 mummer birds. Please send word of any sighting to Chatros NG, CO Amrite Clower, 14 Rampers Square, Ferropolis, Clockwork Kingdom. Another notice. This notice was evidently printed by woodblock, suggesting it is one of multiple identical copies. Attention to all true patriots. Memorial will be held on month 3, day 32, hour 17, for the lost citizens of Progress, marking the 5th anniversary of its downfall, in Unison Park, Ferropolis. The Citizens Disaster Committee will continue to petition our gracious king for answers as to the fate of our loved ones, and or else for those still listed as missing to be declared dead and given the honors. Read another. This notice is in a messy hand, blotched by tea stains and burn marks. What happened to us, B? See you every day, yet each time you treat me like a stranger. Your family act like they never met me. You taught me everything I know. Did you truly forget the night you saved my life? On the roof of the squeaky wheel? Or are you only pretending? Is this my fault? Did I you wrong? Read another. This notice is fresh, written in neat block capitals. Does anyone remember? Vital, the vision trader. Having an assistant, young man, short, trying and failing to grow beard. Courteous to a fault. Alton retrieved items from high shelves and called his master governor. Several persons recall this man, but not his name. Anyone with information is kindly requested to tear off a slip and write or call upon us at your own conveniences. Read another. Notice is old and faded, half hidden under several newer ones. I wake up and heat a pot of water, and my friend is gone. I queue for the summoning station, and my friend is gone. I do the puzzle in the Royal Dispatch, and my friend is gone. I look after my cousin's bairns, and laugh at their silly games, and my friend is gone. I check on my downstairs neighbor's silkworms while he's away on rotation, and my friend is still gone. Please be alive. Please be safe. I'm so fucking lost. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oy vey. Christ. I'm curious. The man who was talking about his loved ones or whatever. The man who told us the story about the two lovebirds. The woman directly across from him were actually... That's what happened and only he remembers and she doesn't. Oy vey. Okay, ready for a song, friend? I know all the royal anthems and the God War battle hymns and all the old Cordovan lays and more besides. 5 coins a pop, no fair or price. Sing me a tune from old Cordova. They sing a weird and ancient song, earthy and caked with blood. It tells of a plucky and cunning mortal who tries to swindle a god. It's full of unfamiliar musical motifs and references to vanished customs. In the end, the mortal is caught and transformed into a silk slug. He is punished for imagining that he could ever be more than he was. This is how things are, and they cannot be otherwise. No future. Forever. Yo, wasn't sure I'd hit that note at the end there. Another song, friend. 5 coins a pop, no fair or price. Something about the God War, please. Sing a song of proud apostasy, set to a brisk beat. It's bold and cocky and funny and rude, meant to make you ready to march up to a nightmare the size of a mountain and spit it in its face. Ready to die. Here and there you can sense that it used to be a Wiccan hymn, or maybe a ballad about some divine champion. Shorn of their gods and free fall through the history, the apostates had to make up new myths and heroes as they went along. Ooh, wasn't sure I'd hit that high note at the end. Another song? Let's hear the royal anthem. They sing an official song of the Clockwork Kingdom, stirring and pious, though it must be impressive with an orchestra behind it. Somehow their correct voice cuts to your heart. The royal anthem tells of a long night of humanity. A despair that covered the world, but it vows that this is not all there is. Today, yes, the sacrifice. Today, the struggle and toil. Old ways or thoughts must be washed away. Everyone must pull together. Yet nigh is the dawn when the world shall bloom, and mortals be delivered from want. You want to believe it, and you almost do. Wasn't sure I'd hit that high note. Okay, man. That's all my coin, and that's all your songs. I'm wondering if there's a certain spot I should drop down into the under area. Have we met before? I'm sorry. What a mad question. It's just, I'm sure I know your face from somewhere. I don't think we've met before. You're the first one to ever comment about my face. I'm amazed you can see it. No one else has mentioned they could. Then again, it's not like Moon where people are just kind of dancing around the subject about the fact that they can look through me. And we're like, oh, that's weird. Okay, moving on. You're confronted by a middle-aged man with piercing eyes and a bushy, well-kept salt and pepper beard. Halt, in the name of the king. Traveler, you are hereby detained in the name of His Majesty the Clockwork King. Please don't do yourself a mischief by resisting. Alright. I'll give back all the treasure. But I haven't done anything, or what? Why? Alright, I'll give back all the treasure. He narrows his eyes at you. Silence! That is of no import to me. I am Sunil, the King's Speaker, first among equals to the Machinist Guild. In its ever-advancing wisdom, Its Majesty has requested your presence in the audience chamber at the Machinarium. This is not optional. What does the King want from me? Ah, yes, of course. I have important information for Its Majesty, for its ears only. Convey me thither, my good man. Sunil studies you like a pinned butterfly. You can almost see cogs turning in his mind as he weighs his skepticism against the cost of potential disloyalty. I see. Well then, citizen, follow me to the Machinarium. Cool. Oh, yeah, what's up, man? Hold up. Like, not for nothing, but, I want to be fancy. Let's see here. Leech True, Machinist Lockpick. There's a discount when buying. Don't need lockbox. Got the alluring perfume, so yeah, it's probably fine there. Let's see. This one is all things defense. Critical cast. Immune to poison. Barter. Critical cast. Health and regenerate slowly. Potency of potions. Boost the mana. Boost health. Boost damage blocking. Ooh. Drawing on your health to increase your attack damage. That's damage from falling. Okay, yeah. Never mind there. Let's see. What kind of potions and stuff do I have? Anything that'll make me, I don't know, a bit more glib. Serve region. Serve luck. Luck might do it, but whatever. Not exactly seeing anything that outright will make me a good bit more charming or anything. Oh, clockwork tea does. Yeah. Oh, I'll drink some clockwork tea. That sounds lovely. I think if there's anything else I can use to just increase my charm hecka quick. Pop that. Yeah, let's pop a point. Let's pop 2 points into Persona. Max that out. Why not? What are my stats looking at? 80. Well, let's pop a potion real quick, too. Hey, what's up, man? As you approach the vast machine, a sense of uncanny pressure pervades your body, as if you're pushing against an invisible wall that grows stronger with every step. Is it sorcery, or only your fear? Its Majesty, the King. Your soul knows that the King is bigger than this interface, bigger than the room, bigger than the machinarium, bigger than the sky. You feel minuscule in its presence and somehow fictional, as if all your memories were merely this thing's daydreams. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Did you guys make a godhead? Did you guys seriously make a godhead for your universe? Oh my... This goes beyond the Numividium that the dwarves made, yo. You didn't make a god, you made a godhead. That's not okay. You don't do that. No wonder people are forgetting. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. The noise of wheels and pistons fuses into an abyssal roar. Your skin fizzes, your sense of balance swirls. You taste metal and then burnt nuts. And then somehow, magenta. A delicate metal arm shivers into life and begins to write. Invocation afoot. Please abide. Invoking. Rejoice and exult. The invocation is cast. All hail Its Majesty Machinus Rex, the Clockwork King. Now summoning canon, courtesy, royal, audience, human, ignorant. Alas, cannot invoke hex, rune. Azos 912th binding. Alas, cannot invoke hex, orison. Resharp's 14th, XE Jesus, record of fault. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Dude, I don't know enough about Kim or Amaranth to fucking handle this nonsense. The flood of symbols fills the parchment several times over, till finally the quill stops. Huh. What? Or, huh. I'm just gonna go, huh. Augury. Subject indicates confusion. 62% confidence. Conjuring alternate exegesis. Exegesis? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Fetching true name. Judgment. Thou art subject number MCD. Oh gosh. So it knows my number from when I was a prisoner. Affirm? What? No, that's not me. I'm not one of your subjects. I'm from outside. Yeah, your majesty, that's me. Yeah, what's up? Be it so, thou mayest rise. Subject, series of numbers. Thou art summoned here to account for thy purpose. Therefore, we demand, what is thine answer? O mighty clockwork king, I am merely an innocent traveler. My purpose? You want me to explain why I exist? I'm an apostatic union agent hunting a dangerous outlaw. I want to argue about why I exist, but considering this thing might actually be tapped into the entirety of all Cypher network in this setting, that's really not a smart move. It's a really, really dumb move. Like, as far as I'm aware setting-wise, just from what that intro was, the Clockwork King may actually be a conduit for how Cypher magic and the foundation of the setting works. Which is why it's getting all hanky-panky. Talking about existentialism with this thing, depending on how it takes it, could make me cease to exist. It's a really, really stupid move. Let's do it. My purpose, you want me to ask about why I exist? Incorrect. Thy purpose is as follows. Yeah, you're right. Again, the inscrutable symbols fill the page, continuing for about a minute. Therefore, we demand, what is thine answer? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Well, gobbledygook and flibberly give it to you too. Oh, most wise clockwork king, might you speak the tongue of common folk? Can't resist. I love the term gobbledygook. Please, dude, you can't give me these options when I want to be serious. No, I'm doing it. Well, gobbledygook and flibberty give it to you too. Pondering. Alas. Errant petition. Please contemplate clockwork litany number whatever and repent thy input. Therefore, we once again demand, what is thine answer? Your question has no answer. Go to hell, you overgrown Pagawatch. I swear I do not know. Your question doesn't have an answer. You didn't add a fucking question mark at the end. Pondering. Judgment. Subject. Whatever. Thine answer is invalid. Therefore, edict. Thou art selected for the sacramental duty. All prior purpose is hereby annulled and shall be as dust. What does that mean? The sacramental duty is as follows. Oh, for can we get someone with a translator over here? Actually, hold up. Is this translatable? Like, is it actual gobbledygook or is this translatable? Is this a simple cipher? I hold up. Pausing real quick. Oh my freaking god, it is actually a cipher. Oh gosh dang it. I fucking love it. Oh sweet baby Jesus, it is a cipher. Of course they made it a cipher. Oh my freaking gosh. I love this game's writing so much. What? They didn't have to. They didn't have to. Oh, sweet baby juice. He's talking. He is saying something. We just can't understand it. But quite literally, if you take the time to read the books in this game, you can understand this. Like, not your character, but you as the player can understand this and decipher this. That is freaking hilarious. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it. Like, legit, if you're the type of person that actually cares about what the Clockwork King is saying, in this scenario, you're the type of person that is A, already online, you're watching this video, and B, you want to know. Follow that thread. You want to know. Learning is fun. Go learn. Legit, go learn. You can figure this out. You have the means to. Whether that's someone telling you how to solve the cipher, or you're going to legit like look up the answer. Either way, go. Please, always, if you ever want to learn something, we have the internet next to us a lot of the times in a lot of countries. Do so. It is worth learning. So yeah, I'm amazed they actually, this is pure cipher, like, oh my gosh. And by cipher, I'm not talking about in-universe cipher magic. I mean like coding. Like it's a coded cipher. It's something to solve. This is a language that someone used symbols and stuff for to equate to other words and the like. Words, letters, so on and so forth. It's a way of hiding messages and stuff for only the people who can decode such or know the cipher themselves. If you ever heard the term a decoder ring, which used to be a prize you'd win in a cereal box back in the day, even before my time actually. Basically you'd get a ring that would like let you look up a symbol for a message on the back of the box, and as you're twisting the ring to that symbol, it will show a letter that's what that equates to. So you'd be like, oh, here's this triangle symbol that equates to B, so you'd write B next to the triangle symbol, and you'd keep doing that until you had the full message on the back of the box. It was a fun little thing, basically. It's what this is the equivalent of in a world building setting and way, and you'd have to actually search for the way to decode it. It's wonderful. They didn't have to. The writers just went hard. This time the nonsense continues for several minutes. Augury. Failure of these tasks may result in critical reality exception. 76 for confidence. Judgment. A critical reality exception may imperil this kingdom. Yeah, therefore, edict. Dereliction of duty will be punished by unmitigated annihilation. How can I obey if I can't understand you? I said, go to hell, you'll get nothing from me. Oh, is that all? No problem. How can I obey if I can't understand you? Pondering. Judgment. Obedience does not require understanding. Therefore, edict. Thou shalt perform this sacramental duty. Okay. Subject. Whatever. Thine audience is concluded, and thou art dismissed. Therefore, edict. Vacate immediately this hollow chamber and begin thy task on pain of annihilation. Dude, that's what I was planning on doing this entire time. Like, not for nothing, but like it's what I've been messing with this entire time. I'm amazed there aren't actually any delusions around here. It actually probably says a lot more. Like, I don't know if we've ever gotten into the proper lore of what a delusion is at any moment. But I would assume a delusion is similar to how a ghost is made at any moment. It is a manifestation of an event or like an emotion or whatever. The fact that the Clockwork King does not have any around it means something lore building wise, actually, probably. And it could be a lot of things depending on how you look at it, but the simplest way of looking at it is the Clockwork King, although they're mad, is not deluded. The Clockwork King may be right. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, sweet, sweet baby Jesus. We're running low on time, and there's a lot of NPCs here. I hope I can just come back here just fine, hopefully. This is the Machinist Guild, I'm assuming. This doesn't look like we're locked out. Okay, first and foremost, guys, if for some reason I don't come back here next episode, I deeply apologize. I really do. Because I do want to talk to all these NPCs, even if they just have like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue. But, yeah, I think this is the way we were at, yeah. We just do not have time this episode. Let's get into here first. We only have a few more minutes to kind of burn. But yeah, that's... the writers didn't need to go so hard. They really didn't. Like, I love the fact they did, because that's something only someone who cares enough to look deeper would find. Like, it showcases they're perfectly fine with the people playing to be either as surface level or as deep as they would want at any given moment. I'm assuming this is where you sell bottled dreams. Okay. And I'm assuming this is where I get high off bottled dreams. Okay, good to know. We'll check this out next episode as well. But yeah, and that's a showcase of good writing, or at least good writing ideology. I went over it briefly, if not a bit more in detail, actually, in Silent Hope. I mentioned that some aspects of Dark Souls writing are actually kind of basic. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just like basic. Out of nowhere, you get a random urge to check your pocket. Inside, you find a scrap of paper that you've never seen before. The enigmatic note reads, "We must speak, but hostile eyes are watching. Meet me after nightfall in the park in Upper Ferropolis. I'll be waiting under the gazebo. Come alone. Trust no one. A friend." Yeah, man. Well, yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, part of that quest line is legit just kind of moving forward. Anyways, I talked about it. I'm just going to wander until I finish this thought process and the episode's over. In Silent Hope, that Dark Souls, some of the writing is basic. Not bad, but just kind of like par for the course with the setting. Whereas other bits of writing are good. But From Software has kind of a mixed track record when it comes to writing before the Souls series. If you don't believe me, that there's that entire ninja game that From Software was debating going all in, that came out the same time as Demon Souls, and are like, whichever one of these sells better, we're going all in on that one. And Demon Souls just sold better. that ninja game's special in a lot of ways. I really should pick it up and play it for my channel. Then again, it would probably be infuriating. It's like a Ninja Gaiden clone, like a 3D Ninja Gaiden clone. Anyways, but part of the reason Dark Souls writing and lore is so universally liked and loved is it's only really found and properly sought out by those who would appreciate it. The Dark Souls series and a few series that handle writing similarly hide the lore and the very basic world building aspects, as well as the proper foundation of what may be happening behind the scenes in ways that only someone who would look for it and want to learn it would find it. And that basic way of handling your writing in universe and in a game really elevates the writing to be good at the very least, usually. Unless it's just really, really, really bad writing. Because at that point, it's not a matter of just partaking in the writing, partaking in the world building, partaking in the lore. It's a matter of searching and learning. And as I said earlier with the whole cipher thing, learning is fun. Go learn. It's so much fun to learn things. Everyone has a ingrained desire to learn. They really do. Depending on where you're at, maybe it was partially trained out of you because of school. Because my viewpoint has always been, everyone loves to learn. Most people do not like being forced to learn. I think that's just inherent in a lot of people. Most don't like being forced to do anything, especially if they're against the ideology of it. And sadly, school a lot of the time is being forced to learn things. That's why the topic of favorite school subjects is a thing. As I slowly start to lose my voice, because this is like the 3rd hour-long recording I've done. But that's why people have favorite school subjects. There are things they like to learn, even in a setting where they're forced to learn it. That's why they have unfavorite subjects. There are things they despise to learn, and they're just kind of being forced to. But at the end of the day, learning is fun. If there is anything you want to learn and you take the time to go learn it, 9 times out of 10, most people find that experience enjoyable. How many times have you been talking to someone who's like, oh, and I just learned this one thing. It's like, oh, what was it? It's like, it's this. It's like, oh man, that's insane. Just something along those lines. It's something deeply ingrained in, I want to say, people in general. It really is. So having your lore and world building in a game touch upon that so that people who want to learn about it feel like this journey and this joy of figuring things out is a great way to handle lore in a lot of ways. Because in a lot of series and a lot of things in general, heck, even in real life, you're not going to learn about certain things that is how the world works or how this country works or the finer aspects of any story unless you delve deeper. That's just how learning works. It always has been. If I told you, hey, what do you know about this one country that borders your home country, you'd obviously have a very surface level understanding. But then it's like, oh, well, what about the politics of that country and how it interacts with the other countries? At that point, you'd have to research. That's how this game, that's how Dark Souls, that's how a lot of games that handle the world building like that just do things. That's how it really elevates it. It's a scavenger hunt. It's putting together pieces. It's understanding that this is a living, breathing world with actions and consequences. And the thing I'm reading up on is the consequence of some action. It elevates even basic writing into good writing. Because it's got that joy that's ingrained in everything that you want to learn. Because you took the time to learn it because you wanted to. It's already in a better light than just being told something as opposed to shown it. You're looking for the thing. You're not being told it. You want to know it. So yeah, it's a good way of handling writing. It's not always the best choice, but it's something that was just masterfully showcased in that freaking cutscene. The writers didn't need to go that hard, but I'm glad they did. Because it showcases not only are there people passionate enough about this game and its writing to find out, it showcases the writers were passionate enough about this setting and what they were writing to do it. This game is a labor of love, and it shows that everyone who worked on this game probably loved it. Anyways, guys, it's been an episode. I'll talk to y'all later in another episode of Dread Delusion or anything else you check out on my channel. Until then, ciao.